Danny, congratulations. Not the prettiest of games, I don't think, but how good are 3 points to get at the end of it?
Yeah, I mean, I think we did really well first half. Obviously, second half we had to suffer. We knew that we wanted to be compact, and the lads, the front boys, worked really hard to make it condensed. And first half, I think you saw some really good football, high intensity. But obviously, the games have come around really thick and fast, and we've lost players, and we've had players putting a lot into every game. So off the back of the Millwall game, I think it was always going to be a case of trying to be really hard to beat and try and get something at the other end. And I thought we executed that really well today.
Unbelievable sort of work rate from the team, wasn't it? And that just desire to keep the clean sheet, I thought, particularly in the second half.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously, when you go a goal up, you've got something to protect. I think we looked quite comfortable on the ball, and at times Sunderland dropped off first half, and we had plenty of space and time to control the game. But obviously, as the game goes on, the pressure's on Sunderland to try and come out and make something happen. So then you've got something to lose, haven't you? So you try and protect it and hit them on the counter attack. But yeah, we take the victory, and we're very happy with that.
Was it a real collective effort as well? I thought even the lads that came off the bench put in a real shift when they came on.
Yeah, I think so. I think you see Igor coming on today and Christie, and we're stretched. The squad's not the biggest. It gives opportunities for everyone. So the boys on the bench know they're going to get a good chance of coming on and having an impact on the game.
When Christie comes on, he played at Luton as well. Obviously, how much are you sort of trying to guide him through at times as well, and help him through these matches, particularly when you're away from home, perhaps?
Yeah, definitely. I think he's keen to learn, and he's working really hard day to day. He obviously will have been gutted to get sent off at Luton, which I thought was really soft for a yellow card in a performance where he did really well, didn't he, coming in? So he's got an opportunity today. Come on for Cal, and he did really well again. So he looks bright spot for the future.
How key have those 2 clean sheets been in the last 2 away games as well?
I think away from home, if you can keep a clean sheet, you've always got an opportunity, haven't you? And the Millwall game, we were like really disappointed with the goal we conceded. I thought it was a little bit soft, and fortunately the boys at the top end of the pitch, and as a team, we attacked really well, didn't we? And created a lot of chances. But every game's different in the Championship, isn't it? There's different challenges, and I thought we've shown over the last couple of games we can do both sides of it.
Crazy league, isn't it? Because we had that really tough spell in March at the start of April, and yet very, very quickly it's turned on its head, and now it's 3 consecutive wins.
Yeah, personally, I'm obviously really disappointed with our run since Christmas. It wasn't good enough from any player in the dressing room, and we all know that. So, I think from the fans' point of view, we're obviously disappointed. We're trying to rectify that before the end of the season, and you've only got to wait a few days for another opportunity to put it right. So, we know our form wasn't good enough. We lost a lot of players for injury and change of manager, but there's no excuse there. We have to do better as a group in the tough times, and I think the sun's out now, the grass is back on the pitch, and we look a good side, but we have to be better in the real tough moments.
Would it be fair to say there was a period of adjustment with the change of head coach? Are we now starting to see that identity that Valerian wants?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's been no lack of effort, but it's just more of a mentality thing. I think you've got to be really strong when let's try and draw a game if we're going to get beat. If we're getting beat, try and come back and get a draw, or make it harder for us to get beaten at tough times in the season. But today, obviously, back to today, we looked good, we looked compact, we looked hard to beat, and we showed our threat on the other side.
Do you come in and check the scores straight away when you see results elsewhere? Sort of keep that little bit of hope going.
I just look at the scores because I think it's a fascinating league, and people talk about the Premier League being a little bit boring with the teams coming up and guaranteed to get relegated almost. But I think the Championship it's pound for pound like really tight, isn't it, all the way through? You look at the results at the bottom end of the league and you look at results at the top, and we just keep going about our business and trying to get results and see where it takes us. But let's be really positive for the last couple of games of the season and enjoy it.
Is that the message now? Because I guess there's not much pressure on us. We're chasing. Other teams have got points on the board. Just try and go and do our job and see where it takes us.
I think for a player, my motivation is obviously you're always trying to strive to for a start keep your place in the team, perform, and as a group try and put points on the board. You're always getting judged. You're always getting challenges thrown at you that you have to come through. So I think every individual in the dressing room will be the same. You know, you're always in a better place when you're winning games and playing well. So let's just try and do more of that.
He would have good against Millwall. Is that the kind of atmosphere and feeling we want again for the last home game next weekend against Watford?
Yeah, I mean, they've supported us through the thick and thin this season. Obviously, there's challenges on and off the pitch, but we have to make sure we're always stronger together as a collective. Whether the whatever teams out there and whoever we're playing, I think the club's always in a better place when we're front foot, we're aggressive, and we show that strength and togetherness at home.
Just to put sort of final one on a personal point of view, how much have you enjoyed this season? The number of games you've played, how big a part you've been of the group this year?
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously my target in any season, is to play loads of football. And there's not many years that have gone by where I've not played, sort of north of 30, 40 games. So for me, it's kind of where I see myself. People might think, oh, he's a bit older and he might lack the ability to play all the games, but I look after myself in a way where I'll give myself the opportunity to play many games. So that will continue, and I'll keep doing that.
Are you hoping the journey continues at this football club as well?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we'll see what happens. It's obviously a club decision and a personal decision, so we'll see where we get to. But we've got the basis of a really good group, and the manager's come in and he's got us going again, and we have to see where it takes us.